flex. I need a Nike bag, give me the check. I need the money and power, respect, but I promise I'm repping the O to the dead. Hey, oof, I told them out of my way. I don't got nothing to say. Now they can't run at my pace. Yeah, they know that we ain't the same. 402, we rap the game. I told them this ain't a game.
Yo, what is up? It's Finn's Take with CB83. Hey, coming back to you for another freaking show. Let's get it. Hey, we're up here. Hey, we got a couple hours, man. Maybe an hour and a half or so, man. I gotta get my son to football practice, Pop Warner practice. So we're gonna go for a little bit. I'm gonna let y'all come into the back. We're gonna get it cracking a little bit, talk about what's going on in the Dolphins world. Man, I was on TV show last night, and you know, the Tua haters were trying to gang up on me. You know, I held my own, back up against the wall, fighting them off like, Ali, baby. Let's go, man. I ain't scared of them chumps, man. Finn's Take with CB83. Hey, so just a little housekeeping stuff. Like, subscribe, share. I dropped the link in the chat. Feel free to come up, man. Anybody who wants to come up and talk Dolphins football is always good with me, people. Always good with me. Hey, so yeah, we're doing a show tomorrow night, live show, panel. We're gonna have some people up tomorrow. I appreciate y'all coming up, man. This is Finn's Take with CB83. We try to get it cracking over here. I'm gonna start cranking up more often once the season, you know, gets going. But man, I appreciate y'all. I've been getting a lot of love so far. It's been love on all the channels. Everybody's been showing love. It's been nothing but good vibes everywhere. I appreciate, you know, the objectivity, the stuff, you know, to be able to just have different conversations with different people, man. It's important to do that and have different perspectives, man. I don't get mad at people who have different perspectives. It just is what it is, man. If they have some dumb takes, hey, cool, bro, rock out, bro. That's you. That's how you do. That's how you get down. I'm cool with that. I mess with everybody. Ain't no love lost over here. I'm going to still do me. I'm going to still give you what I think is real and how I think you should be thinking. But yeah. I'm going to start bringing guys in now, man. So first, who was this first in the back, man? Who was
Man, you know this Big Nick, man.
Hey, Big Nick, what it do, my man?
What's going on, man?
What's up with you?
The name when they say they hate the players, but they love the Dolphins. That's crazy.
You hate the players, but
the haters that claim to love the Dolphins. They hate the players, but love the Dolphins.
I don't see how that works. How does that work, Big Nick?
I don't know how that works.
How does that work? I gotta figure it out, and it must be a recipe that some cats have that, you know, that others don't. I just don't understand how you hate a guy and you love the Dolphins, and you say you want them to win, and I just don't get it, bro.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it. But you know, I come to the conclusion. Man. I've come to the conclusion that, you know, you have hot takes and you have information. See, people like you and I, we try to give out information, and if you notice, the information that we give out is always backed up. It's fact. Their takes never come true.
It gotta, bro. It gotta come. Hey, Nick. It gotta come with something, bro. It can't just come with your feelings, bro. Because I don't like feelings, bro. Don't put your feelings in my Dolphins, bro. I don't care nothing about feelings. Just give me facts. Show me the film. Put something on that's gonna educate me. Because that's the only reason. That's the only way I'm gonna like take you serious, bro. It's a lot of information out there, bro. It's a lot of people throwing out scandalous info. So for me to take you serious, it gotta be back, bro. It gotta be back by something.
But if you can't acknowledge the nuances and things that is the reason why certain things are, then you're never ever going to be as informative as you choose to be. All you do is listen to your favorite commentator and their hot takes, and you go out and you spew the same thing without any research yourself.
Yeah, and it's crazy, Nick, that a lot of people won't even rock with me just based on the fact that, you know, I support Tua. I mean, it's like, damn, bro. Like, I mean, I'm just supporting my QB1. Like, he got a C on his chest now. He got named captain. How did you feel about him being named captain?
I have a receipt. You can go back to another one of the podcasters.
Bro, that's the thing about us. See, we keep receipts, bro.
I got receipts. Everybody I called, with the exception of Javon Holland, is a captain. Everybody I said, every single one, with the exception of Javon Holland, is a captain.
Yeah. Bro, the only one I was surprised with was a Landon Roberts, and I was thinking to myself, like, a Landon Roberts is probably like a special teams captain, because he's the one-off that is not the guy who who I see as a defensive captain.
The coaches love his leadership skills. The coaches love his leadership skills,
and that's what he does, man. And you gotta appreciate a Landon, because he's also kind of came on the scene in the media aspect of it. Like, he's been getting a lot of interviews and stuff like that with the Fins. So, people, man, if you really been paying attention to what's going on, that Landon Roberts is doing this thing. There's some cats out here say Landon Roberts trash, and bro, you can't get out there and hit like that. That dude will stick you, bro. He's not an all-pro. He's not.
He's not an all-pro, but he's an NFL starter. You know what I mean? Like, we gotta stop doing that, man. We gotta stop minimizing. Like, it's what, 3,000 players? Well, I don't know. I'm just saying, 1,200 players in the NFL, right? I don't know. It's more than that. But just say 1,200 players. Those are the hardest jobs on the planet to get. And these guys, for them guys to get that job, and then how many jobs you go on when you actually competing against 10 other people for one job?
Nah, not very, very rarely, bro. And if you don't cut it, bro, you likely out the door.
You out the door. And for them people to minimize these people, that's one thing I don't do. I minimize a player on another team, but I'm not minimizing nobody on my team. I can't do it.
I'm a rep for all my guys, man. That's how it should be, man. And I know, some of them may play better than others. Some of them may have bad games, and I may be upset with them. But I'm never just gonna get on here and trash them. That's just because, they still my guys, and I realize they're humans. They have bad games. They have bad days. So that's just a part of the game, man. That's how that shit work.
So give me this. Give me your prediction. When we're 6-2, 7-1, Tua has been the offensive player of the week twice. What are they gonna say? Are they even gonna address it? How are they gonna do that, man? And then what are we gonna do when they do try to address it?
And Nick, I had this conversation yesterday. I was like, man, what happens when he does ball out? Like, what will be their excuses then? They can say things like, it's the coaching. They can say things like, it's the
you got to do it when it counts.
Right. They ain't gonna say it. They just gonna keep moving the goalposts. It's gonna go from doing it in the regular season to doing it in the playoffs to doing it in the Super Bowl.
Do you see the team he got around him before? Of course he's supposed to win in the playoffs. Let's get to the AFC Championship game.
I know, and I'm looking forward to it, man. I got another person in the back. Let me go ahead and bring on Dr. Captain, man. Dr. Captain, what's good with you, bro?
Yo, it's good. It's Ian Baller.
What's cracking, bro? What's cracking, man? Hey, just a real quick shout out, man. Let me go ahead and shout out my man Batman for being the first in the room, man. I got a little bit of everybody in here. Cruz in here. Skylarino, man, y'all come up with some names on this joint. John Ruiz, Ian Baller, I saw you in the chat. I got AVS Champ. I got my dog Shane in here. My Bucks homie Shane. My dog Woo. What's up, Woo? What's up, Uso? What's up, Uso? I got Lewis in here, my number one Tua hater. Hey, go ahead and pull that Tua jersey at the closet, Lewis. Go ahead and pull that out. It's time. It's only a matter of time. I got EM Dolphin fan. Man, that's the biggest casual I know. He is the biggest casual football fan I know, man. TD be eating that man lunch every time he get on this panel, man. It's wild, man. Hey, so Ian Baller,
TD don't want no trouble with me.
No trouble with nobody, man. He don't want no trouble with nobody, man.
He don't want no problems with me. I eat him up.
TD, where you at, man? Hey, I'm putting TD, throw the TD back signal in the air. Try to get TD on this joint. Man.
He don't want no problems.
TD,
I
come
love
get these
color.
problems from Big Nick, man.
I love color. I hope he's in the chat. If he's not in backstage, I love color.
Hey,
but color don't really want no problems with me either.
I get color a little heated, man. He get a little too animated when he around me, man. I get color hot, man. So, Ian Baller, what you think of the state of the Dolphins right now? What you think about the captain choices?
I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised of the captain choices at all. Even the Landon Roberts, I expected him to be a captain, and the only one I'm not surprised of, but I was like not expecting was Javon Holland, only because he's a second-year player. But at the same time, I'm like, wait, I shouldn't be shocked. This guy is a stud, and he is a leader of men, even as a 22-year-old. So, yeah, I'm not surprised. And whenever Mike McDaniel said that players would vote for captain, I'm like, oh, yeah, Tua's got the captain status in the bag. And then the haters were like, oh, well, they're not going to vote him captain, because he's not a leader. He isolates himself. He's not a leader of men. I'm like, nah, he's going to be captain, and he is. So I'm not surprised.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I thought it was a pleasant surprise, but I expected it, man. I expected it. Nick, what you got?
And the fact that Tua got the most votes shows you what the players think of him.
I had more said over Holland. I had more said over Holland.
You said more.
I thought he'll be a captain. More said, yeah, the punter. I thought he'll be a captain.
Oh, okay, like a special teams captain. I got you.
Yeah, and for his leadership, he's a veteran in the locker room. He's a true vet in the locker room. He's been there for a while, and and that punt sealed it for me the other night. You know what I'm saying? That directional, purposely punted where you put that ball at, it sealed it.
And that's why I like getting him over like drafting a punter or something like that, because if you focus on football and watch Morstead, he's not going to punt it 80, 70 yards, but he is going to pin it to where the opposing offense is like, dang it, we start right here.
Yeah. He's definitely going to do that, man. Hey, let me go ahead and get my man Batman in the show. Batman, what's good with you, bro? You there?
While we waiting on Batman, I'm gonna tell you, we had a punter back in the days. I don't know if you guys remember this punter by the name of Reggie Roby. Reggie Roby used to punt the ball so far in the air that I believe it was CBS that actually started the countdown, like how long. So whenever you see that on TV now, and you see the little clock, how long the hang time. Reggie Roby was the first one to do that, man. He used to punt the ball like to the Goodyear blimp
out the stadium, huh?
And we was all, nobody ran the ball back because we was there. It was all fair catches. That was his thing.
Yeah, man. That's what's up, man. Hey, I got to shout out my dog, Woo. He said, bear no mind to these idiots. I support Tua, Skyler, Teddy, and the rest of the team. Keyboard gangsters ain't built like that. They just run their mouths, but they ain't saying shit. Dang.
Yeah, nothing wrong with supporting all quarterbacks. That should be what we're about.
Yeah, Batman, what's
going on, everybody? You guys hear me?
Yeah, I got you. What's good with you, fam?
Yeah, work, man. Excited about the Tua game, that captain. I know a lot of the haters are probably, that's why they're hiding today. A lot of haters are hiding because of Tua.
Oh, they hiding. Yeah. Hey, so I was on
video. I didn't see him make a video.
No, he didn't. But TD was on hiding. I was on TD's channel last night, and he said, "Yo, what if Skyler gets named captain?" And I was God. Yo, that was the biggest troll. He was like, over Tua.
Oh, my God.
And the Skylineers will say, oh, Skyler was robbed.
Oh, yeah.
Wait. Yeah. But you know what? I said to one of them, I said, the only reason Skyler is still on the team is because other teams inquired about him.
Yeah.
If nobody would have reached out to Greer. Yeah, he did play good, but you know what? No team carries three quarterbacks.
There's 3 teams in our own division that's carrying 3 quarterbacks, so I wouldn't say it's uncommon.
Oh, well,
it is uncommon. It is uncommon. This year's an anomaly.
It's not as common as it used to be, but there are some teams that are willing to do it, especially in our situation where we got a starting quarterback, a good veteran backup, and a third quarterback who's young and can develop into a backup quarterback.
Right, I will tell you this.
Real quick, Batman, before you go real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and bring on Lewis and EM, and I'm gonna bring them on. I'm gonna bring them on, and I'm gonna let you finish your take real quick. Well, hey, what's good, fellas? What's good?
No. Don't be saying we hiding, and don't be calling us out and then having us sit in the back. Don't. You kept us in the back. You kept us in the back.
Kept you in the back for 2 minutes, bro.
I see casuals everywhere.
Yeah.
Man, I see casuals everywhere.
Hey,
so
what's good?
Hey, the
dude everywhere.
Hey, the new definition of a casual.
Hold on one second.
The new definition of a casual is the guy that doesn't break film down. That's what it is, right? That's what I heard the other day. I was
Yeah.
That's
I
what
know.
it is. Hey,
I know.
Batman, go ahead and say what you were about to say, man.
Nah, I'm just happy that the Dolphins didn't try to BS us and give us some special teams Clayton Fedulum captain. I'm just glad we didn't get none of that BS. I'm just glad. I'm happy that didn't happen. We can live with the Landon Roberts. I know it's rough. Don't get me wrong, it's rough. But as long as the Dolphins didn't try to, backdoor us and give us a behind the back, slap in the head, telling us we're gonna promote Clayton Fedulum as a special teams captain. As long as we didn't get any of that BS, I'm all right.
Yeah, man, and that's what I appreciate, man. Hey, and let me shout out my dog Eric real quick. This my real homie in real life, man. All y'all family too. But he said just stopping by the show to show some love, bro. Proud of you proud of you and the work you're putting in. Good shit, bro. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you, G. Appreciate you always stopping through, man. Now let me welcome.
Well, CB, you actually got homies in the real world, really?
Yeah. I got homies in real life.
CB.
Some of y'all got fake friends. Some of y'all got fake friends.
I see you. Okay.
Real quick, CB. Real quick, CB. When you said the haters were hiding, did you put an address on it?
Oh,
did you call out any names?
Hell no. He don't ever do that. He don't ever do that.
So why people come in the chat? Why people come on the panel and automatically assume they're talking about them? Oh man, we weren't hiding.
Hey, you know what?
Put an address on it.
Hey, you know what?
I didn't say nothing about that.
Hey,
I
Nick,
said it. That's what he said.
Yeah, Lewis said it, but you know
why? He didn't call a name, Lewis. He didn't call a name.
Hey, ain't nobody talking to you, Big Nick. We talking to CB83. What you talking about?
A hit dog gonna squeal every time.
Hey, a hit dog will holler every time. So we ain't even call it. We just call it like it is, man. We know what time it is.
Yeah, you calling us we hiding, but I'm sitting back there for 15 minutes. Hey, I'm sitting back there for 15 minutes.
Bro, you just got in there, bro. Don't
put an address on
it.
Look at you,
Nick, Lewis, now you in here. What you got to say?
We talking about the captains, right?
Yeah. What's up? So
how much?
Tyler, talking about the captain.
Hey, so hold up.
The captain.
Hey, can I talk?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you?
Hey, this is what I'm saying. What you think you big over here because you at CB83? You up here? Ain't nobody care about you, Big Nick.
Hey, can y'all stop?
Except my 188,000 subscribers. Only my 188,000 subscribers care about me.
All I'm trying to do is talk, CB. Your boy keeps talking. Your boy keeps interrupting.
Hey, Nick, you got to calm down, bro. Let him talk.
I'm cool.
Exactly. Right. I just want to know how much Gallo paid to get that C on his son's chest. That's all.
Hell
Damn. That's all I want to know. Can please somebody tell me that?
Damn.
So you think you paid?
TD, what's up? Come on the panel, TD.
See, when guys actually vote for the captain, now they're paid off.
Hey, we got a TD site now. I got a TD site.
Hey, but Lewis, I got 188,000 people that care about me. Go check out my channel, Big Nick South Florida Accountability.
Well then go talk to them. We talking football over here. Go talk to them then. You got 188,000 on your page.
Hey,
I'll tell you this.
What is that? A cooking channel? What is that? A cooking channel or something? What is that? What kind of channel is that?
It's a cash channel, brother. You ain't got YouTube monetization yet. That's what it is.
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
Cash. All right. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Y'all check out Big Nick, man. Big Nick, South Florida Accountability.
Yeah.
Man. Y'all check him out.
He got some great videos on it.
Damn.
Yeah, he does have some great videos, man. So,
all right.
I appreciate y'all boys coming through. We got 30 in the room. Please hit the like button. Help me with Al algorithm. You know, Al the homie. So press the like button, man. So we got the 53 man roster set. we only got another couple weeks till we kick off. I mean, how are y'all feeling? We got captain's name today.
8 days. 8 days.
How are you guys? 8 days. How are you guys feeling about this roster and where we are? Like, how do you guys think we're gonna come out week 1? Will it be
Lewis? Let them know, man. Let them know about Fedula, man.
Hey, I'm gonna start with Lewis. I'm gonna always start with my negative Nancy on the panel. Lewis, what you got for us week 1, man? What we gonna do?
I'm gonna surprise you right here. Check this out. Tua Tagovailoa, 24 for 30, 265, 3 TDs, 1 to Jalen, 1 to Tyreek, 1 to Chase out of the backfield. What's that? About 70% completion, and a Dolphin win 31-17.
Wow.
Damn.
You like that? You like
that?
That is 24 for 30. 24 for 30, 265, 3 tubs. You like that?
And we're gonna be in the building too, right, Lewis? In the building too.
Damn.
And we're gonna be in the building.
Man, he said, hey, so Lewis said 3 tugs. He said 265, 24 for 30. Bro, that's outstanding numbers. That's coming from a guy you really don't believe in, man.
There
you rather have Scholar over there, dude.
Hey, ask me about the next 3 games. Ask me about the next 3 games, CB. And I'll tell you why.
We ain't there yet.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, we talk about week 1.
Hey, man, I think y'all.
Ian, what you got for me, man?
Man, I think y'all underestimating the Patriots, to be honest with you.
No, Mike. Based on what?
Yeah. Well, okay. I mean, only the greatest coach we've ever known that's ever lived is still coaching.
Who's calling the plays?
Right. Okay. Well, we'll see how that works out. But again, you got a quarterback, that's coming off a successful rookie campaign. You know that defense is going to be intact. Okay. They were a top 7 unit last year, and they lost J.C. Jackson.
Hey, leave it to EM. Leave it to EM to hype up the other team and what they doing.
No, I'm stating facts. These are facts.
I expect this from you.
These are facts right here. These are facts, is what these are.
So what we gonna do?
So I do think we will be victorious. I think as far as I think the expectation of a blowout and an easy victory. Again, I think a lot of our fan base are they're not putting enough respect on New England's name right now, but that's fine. But I do think we'll be victorious. I think we'll be successful. I think Tua will be productive enough. I don't think he's going to come out there and dominate and just, put up 3 touchdowns or throw for 300 or anything like that. But I think he'll be productive enough for us to win that game.
Bad. That's what's up. Hey, I'm going to go ahead and bring on a couple more guys. I got a couple more guys in the back. First, Cruz, and then my man Niners. Cruz, what's good? Cruz, what's good with you, man?
Chilling, man. How you guys been? What up?
What's going on, man?
Friends up.
Hey, the only captain I'm questionable on is Landon Roberts. I didn't really like that one, but I mean, it is what it is.
It's better than Fedula.
Hey, man,
a lot of Landon Roberts haters.
E-Rob is the most. Now he's not a top 5 linebacker by any stretch, but he's the most instinctive linebacker we have on the roster. He's the most physical linebacker we have on a roster. If you take a Landon Roberts out of that unit, I mean, it's nothing but it's like Charmin tissue paper. All of them.
I'll tell you this, he's a top 5 linebacker on the Dolphins. We'll say that. We'll leave it at that.
There was a question.
He's a tone setter, man. He's a tone setter.
He really is. He's just not he just don't have the elite athletic traits, but intangibly, I think Atlanta Roberts is solid, bro. I really do.
I heard in that locker room.
He's good for the price.
Go ahead, Nick.
I heard in that locker room that the 2 big dogs in that locker room that you don't want to fuck with is Raekwon Davis and Landon Roberts. That's what I heard in the locker room.
I can see that. I
could too.
Those are the 2 you don't want to fuck with, period. Like, those are the ones, if you had to go to war with somebody, everybody said he Landon or either Raekwon. So that's why he's a leader. Plus, they come to him. He's a leader. Whether he can play as a top 10 linebacker or not, his leadership skills, you can't dismiss those.
And don't Landon just look off a little bit? Like
Oh yeah, he clearly is.
He'll snap on your ass and bang you, bro.
When you listen to him talk, he sounds a lot like UCB. You can clearly see the elevator will go all the way to the top. You know what I'm saying? But I love that though. I love that.
Hey, I got a little CTE going on too now.
Remember that dude looked like he broke his thigh bone, man, and he was back the next week. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
that man throw. He has no regard for his own personal safety, bro. He one thing you can't say about him, he leaves it on the field, bro. Everything on the field. Man. You can't say that about Jerome Baker. You can't say that about Duke Riley.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't say that about any other linebacker on the roster.
Jerome Baker. I don't see Jerome Baker.
I don't see
bro. Jerome Baker is soft. Come on, bro.
Landon Roberts ain't getting paid like a big time linebacker, guys.
No,
I mean he's outplaying his pay for sure. He's definitely outplayed his contract, so you got to respect a guy like that.
Yeah, he's an old school player. He'll be physical and he'll do his job, and he won't give an F of
right. And no disregard for his body.
And CB, do we all recall what the defense was when Jerome Baker was in that role? Do y'all remember that?
Oh man,
y'all remember what the run defense looked like?
That was years ago, though. Yeah, that was years ago.
No. That was last year.
We look like Charmin Ultra Soft.
Man, come on, bro.
Jerome in the middle.
You know he's still playing the inside, right?
Oh, yeah, but he's not the first responder. You put him in a complimentary role. Jerome Baker is serviceable, but as your first responder, being able to read the play before it happens, anticipate, and God, I mean, please, we've seen what Jerome Baker, how he is in terms of absorbing contact.
So let me give you some pushback again. Why does he have the green dot then? At least as bad as you say he is, why does he have the green dot? Why does he have the mic?
Because I think because
he don't. Landon Roberts does, bro. What are you talking about?
Baker got it.
No, he don't. It's a Landon Roberts. They confirmed that the other day, bro. What are you talking about?
Baker is the green dot guy.
No, he's not. No, he isn't.
Okay.
No, he isn't, bro. No, he isn't. No, he isn't.
Hey, you're breaking up, Batman. You're breaking up a little bit, man. Can you hear me?
Hey, the four people on the team that call to get everybody right is the center, the quarterback, the safety, and Jerome Baker. Those are the three signal callers.
It's not. I'm telling you,
those are the four signal callers, man.
I heard you. You're still coming through a little choppy, man. Hey, real quick before we get into it, man, I gotta go ahead. This is my homie in real life too. I gotta go ahead and welcome my man 49ers finest on the panel. Now here we go. Disclaimer. He's a Niners fan and he's the biggest Dolphins hater of all time. So go ahead. Go ahead. What's good?
Thank you for the top 5 pick in advance. Thank you for the top 5 pick in advance, buddy. Thank you.
Take us for the top 5.
They ain't gonna be top 5. They're good.
Yo, all this Dolphin talk for y'all cast to finish below 500, bro. What the hell y'all arguing about, dog?
I think it's breaking up, man.
Hey, he said, "No, say it again. Speak louder, man. Speak like you got a set, bro."
Mic, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
All right, then don't talk. All this talk y'all talking, man. Y'all gonna be below 500. What's the point?
Oh man, come on, man. You talking
y'all secret weapons? Scared without McDaniel.
Well, the point is that top 5 draft pick that we're going to get. That's the point.
Hey, that's going to be who below 500, man. I appreciate the draft pick. I'm just slowly waiting for Trey Lance to bomb so we can go ahead and get that pick from y'all boys, man.
It's all good, man. Like I said, hey, man, we got 5 rings. That's all I got to say.
Hey, they still got Jimmy G over there.
Hey, that's fine. I don't mind that, though. Actually, I mean,
he still got Jimmy G on the roster.
He took that pay cut. He took that big ass pay cut, man. I mean, that's straight. We have him as a backup.
So
that's cool.
Real talk.
If you can bring up the 5 rings, we can bring up the undefeated season, then, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
Hey, 49. Hey, let me ask him a question real quick about his team.
Yeah.
Seriously, no trolling. So now that Jimmy is back on the roster at a more team friendly deal, what do you think that was a product of? They're not completely convinced with Trey Lance, or they just, or B, they just bring, obviously Jimmy G brings value based off his experience.
Mm-hmm.
So which one do you think is more of just his experience and veteran presence in that quarterback room, or more so they're not completely sold on Trey Lance?
I think
I want to answer that too.
honestly, man, I think we sold on Lance. I think we good on Lance. The only thing is like my only concern is like the whole situation with like the hold on, man. My baby girl just hit the doggone door, man. Hold on.
Okay, why he's doing that? Let me tell you the reason.
I don't think anyone wanted Jimmy G, especially with his shoulder.
There you go. They didn't want to give up. They didn't want to get a fifth-round draft pick and then be hit so hard with that salary cap, with that.
Yeah, because they would still have to pay him.
It wouldn't be worth it. It wouldn't be worth it to him. That's the only reason he's on it. It's not worth it. They could have got a second or a first. He'd have been gone.
I think, man. I mean, I don't mind it. Like I said, I think we believe in Lance, man. The only thing that concerns me is like the locker room. Like if Lance has like 1 or 2 bad games, it's like, damn, some of the locker room still love Jimmy G, some of the locker room still love Trey. So it's like that locker room press. Even though Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch say, hey, they get along. Jimmy G and Trey Lance, they good friends, and it won't be no issues. But my thing is like the locker room being split up.
Yeah, and that's the rough thing about it.
Sucks for you.
And I understand keeping Jimmy G on the roster as like a security blanket, just in case shit go bad with Trey Lance, because it could happen. I mean, guys have a couple games and they lose their confidence, they're in their heads, and then it becomes a problem. Shit all rolled downhill at that point. But
yeah, go ahead.
But when you think about it, if he does have a couple bad games and Jimmy G comes in and plays well, now Jimmy G and Kittle have a sort of chemistry that I feel like Kittle almost prefers Jimmy G over Trey Lance. I think that's the case there. Now, I don't know how that dynamic is going to play out as the season goes on, but I think he definitely feels like Jimmy G is the guy for the job, but they're giving the reins over to Trey Lance.
I mean, like I said, I agree with that, man. I can't disagree with that, but I just, like I said, it's good that we had him as a backup quarterback. I mean, for $6 million, that's fine, but it's just I don't know. Like I said, that whole if he has 1 or 2 bad games, what's going to happen? Because I don't understand. Because Jimmy G, he got incentives in his contract. I'm like, the backup got incentives in his contract.
Right?
Yeah.
Like how the backup?
I think it's a good problem to have, though. I think
it is. It's kind of like
we had that problem. We had that problem when we was told we that made our quarterback be the worst person in the world. We had that problem.
Plus, that's going to put. I think it's going to put a ton more pressure too on Trey Lance, though, man.
Oh yeah.
But also Kyle Shanahan needs to tell.
The only way Jimmy is on that team. The only way Jimmy is on that team next year if you guys win the Super Bowl with Jimmy as the quarterback. If not, it doesn't matter what happens this year.
Let me answer this real quick, 49er. Hey, Trey Sermon.
Hey, we ain't doing a lot of we ain't doing a lot of 49ers.
No. I just I just got one more question. I just want to ask about what his thoughts are.
This is the last one, bro.
With the Trey Sermon situation, that's a 3rd-round pick that y'all invested in him. Invested in him last year. I thought he was a 4th-round pick. No, he was 3rd.
He was 3rd.
He was 3rd-round pick. So, I mean, especially at the running back, that's a little high for, especially considering, a Shanahan coaching staff. That's a little high to be selecting a running back. And for them to move off of him after 1 year, what was the biggest contributing factor to them moving away from just to cut bait with him at this point?
Because he honestly, man, even in camp, he wasn't even that good, man, to be honest with you. And then he had those injuries and stuff. And when he was with Ohio State, he was okay, but he was on a dominant team in college. So, I mean, that move, honestly, I don't mind that move one bit. I mean, we deep at running backs, and then we got, we're going to probably run Debo 50 times a game. So, and
y'all also drafted a running back in the 2nd round too, right?
That is interesting.
So, I mean,
I
know for sure he probably, I don't know if he got cleared or not, but I know he's not going to clear waivers.
Yeah, y'all in a very peculiar situation. I'm just looking for the chaos to start and y'all to start losing.
I mean, I hope now we play, like I said, we got Chicago week 1 and then we got Seattle week 2, so we should start off 2-0.
Yeah, don't sleep on Justin Fields, man. I'm telling you, lit it up this preseason.
I know. Now Chicago do look pretty good.
Chicago don't have the talent. Fields is going to be running for his life, and he's got no one to throw to.
I agree 100%. Chicago ain't doing nothing.
Can you guys hear me?
Hold on. These are
I'm just
NFL
saying, don't
teams,
sleep on
man.
it.
They'll be picking at the top of the draft, and they'll be ready to move off of Justin Fields next April. I guarantee you.
Man, stop it.
That
You
boy's
think
the
so?
real
You
deal,
think Justin
man.
Fields done right now?
Can you guys hear me?
Hey, bro, I've been on the record. I never was a big Justin Fields fan, bro.
Me neither.
I've been
and I
on
got
the
a lot
record.
of hate for hating on
But
Justin Fields.
hold up, EM. Now you was a Tua guy too. Now you a Tua doubter. So I really can't.
Tua doubter, really?
I gotta take your stuff with a grain of salt.
Okay, that's fine.
Yo, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah. Unfortunately,
Hey,
yeah.
listen, the weather's getting nasty over here. But look, EM, check your facts, man. So Baker has been calling plays since Bobby McCain's been traded, and up until about a month ago, they gave Javon Holland, so they're both sharing the green dot. Look it up. But hey, much love to everybody, man.
I gotta disagree with that. I gotta emphatically disagree with that.
And I got to push back on you as well.
No.
I got to push back on you as well to something you said.
Okay.
It's not an opinion.
I got to push back on you as well to something you said about the greatest coach of all time. I'm not disputing
love y'all,
that.
man. I'll keep listening.
What I am saying that against the greatest coach of all time, we're 8-2 the last 10 games. So.
Yeah, under Brian Flores.
Ain't nobody afraid of no Bill Belichick.
Hey, that goes all the way
under
back
Brian
to
Flores.
That goes all the way back to Adam Gase.
Brian Flores got 3 of them dubs. Brian Flores got 3 of them dubs.
Hey,
I will say this though, man.
Hold on.
Y'all got a good head coach, man. I wish we didn't let go of McDaniel, but y'all got a good dude in him, man.
We know. We don't give y'all no flowers though, so don't look for it back.
Yeah, and that's what I like about Niners. At least he gonna tell me I got a good coach if I got a good guy.
Oh
he
yeah,
ain't gonna lie to me.
Single 49ers fan that disrespected or said McDaniel's not good.
Well, before I say he's a good coach, I have to wait. I gotta wait and see what the product looks like on the field.
I know what you're saying.
We definitely love your left tackle, especially in 2 years when he's on the Dolphins.
Who was that?
The 49ers left tackle. We definitely love him, especially in 2 years when he's on the Dolphins.
Who was that? Which player is that?
The 49ers left tackle.
Yeah. Who your left tackle?
The 49ers, Trent Williams for the 49ers.
You talking about Trent Williams? Hey, what you mean he ain't gonna be on no Dolphins, man?
He's gonna retire.
That man's gonna be retired by then, man.
The man put him on the team 2 years out, bro.
In 2 years, man. We got Chris Greer, man. We got Chris Greer.
Hey, 2 years a long ass time, Nick. That man may be he may be retired.
We gave up a 5th round pick for Tyreek Hill, man. What you talking about? We got Chris Greer, man.
Retirement recently?
Hey, Tyreek got to see. Hey, what y'all think about Tyreek getting the captain, man?
Hell yeah, he should have been the first one. Absolutely. He's got the resume. He's come in. He's been nothing but a model citizen. He publicly has come out and supported Tua, his quarterback number 1. His work ethic on the field is legendary. No, he should have been the first. He should have been the first. His name should have been the first one pulled out of that captain hat.
How do you
now Tua should have been the first name.
How do you
Players
lose
that should have been
Tyreek. Any of us know who the first one was.
Tua got the most votes.
That's fine, okay. But listen, when you're talking about what goes,
there was no doubt that
when you're talking about the criteria that you have to meet to be voted a captain, no, that's Tyreek.
Yeah, Tyreek. That's why.
Take that Tua hat off, Nick. Take that Tua hat off.
I got on the Dolphins hat, bro. I got on the Dolphins hat.
I can't tell.
Real quick.
I feel the same way about Van Ginkel, bro.
Real quick, Big Nick.
I feel the same way.
Hey, I heard
about Cater Cole.
I heard Lewis in the back whining. What you got to say, Lewis? What you got to say?
What you mean? I ain't saying nothing. What you talking
about? I heard you moaning and groaning in the back. What you got to say, bro? We being too positive?
What you mean? Was my numbers positive, CB83?
You was, bro. I'm just checking on you, bro. I gotta check on you.
I just thought it was funny that we said Tua Tagovailoa had the most votes and stuff
he
like
did.
that.
I didn't make that up. I ain't made that up.
Hey, you know what that C could be on the chest for? For crap. It could be that he gonna crap the bed this season. We don't know. What does it matter? Hey, what does that matter? What does that matter that he got the most votes or not? That man got to prove it on the field.
When he didn't get it last year, it was a big deal. Remember?
I know. Y'all was real mad when he didn't get it last year.
So let me explain. Let me explain something. Hold on. Let me explain something. Again, let me explain something to y'all real quick. I don't give a damn who the hell has a C on their chest. What I'm looking for is the production on the field. He can have all that C on his chest this year. The fact of the matter is Tua Tagovailoa hasn't shown anything in the last 2 seasons, and he hasn't
except
taken
the
a
winning
snap
record.
Oh man.
All right, hey, listen. When people come up with that dumbass take of 13-8, and you try to tell me it's because of Tua Tagovailoa, that's the end of our conversation. We all know
I'm cool with
his
that.
ass, we all know his ass has been drugged to that 13-8 record. We know that.
How come every other person
all right,
that
hold
tried to
up,
start
hold
didn't
up.
have a
Just
winning
a
record?
little pushback, Lewis. He's contributed to that as well. So I mean, a win is a team.
Minimum. The bare minimum.
Hey, so win is a team actually. I agree with that.
Hey, ask Lewis if we should have kept Fitzpatrick. Ask Lewis if we should have kept Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, Fitz was 3-3 with us.
We would
Hey, no,
Fitzpatrick won 6 games with us,
Lewis
man.
Lewis is a Skyler guy, man. He a Skyler guy.
Yeah.
Right?
He
Damn.
won 6 games with us.
Damn.
Skyler should have been captain.
So Nick, so you think Tua was a better option?
Tua did nothing.
Listen, so Nick, you up here, you taking them little indirect jabs at Fitz. So you think Tua was a better option in 2020?
In 2020?
Yeah.
In 20, well, he won 6 games in 2020.
No. I'm talking about individual performance. I don't attribute wins and losses as a quarterback stat. I don't.
Okay,
so individual play on the field. Individual play on the field. You think Tua was a better option in 2020?
I don't know. I have to go back and look at it, but I know he won 6 games.
Man, stop. You know damn well he was.
I know he won 6 games. I know he won 6 games. I don't think Fitz had a losing record with us. I know Fitz had a losing record with us.
Man, y'all need to stop this foolishness,
hey, so
bro.
Here we go. Ian, we've had this conversation plenty of times. Fitz was definitely the better option, but as a franchise, you're not winning the Super Bowl with Fitz. You got to see what you have in your quarterback.
And I understand that.
You got to be able to assess him.
I don't have a problem with that, Stevie. I told you this the other night. I told you that, but so what I'm saying is,
figure it out.
But my issue is with the idiots that are.
Go ahead.
My issue is with them idiots that are saying that Tua was a better quarterback in 2020 than Ryan Fitzpatrick. That's just not true, bro. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't think he was saying that. He was just saying he'd rather have Fitz on the team. And some people are like that, man. They got it in for Tua, man. But I think at that point in time, you got to see what you have in Tua, because
I respect that. I agree with that. You had to, and especially how things unfolded in 2021 with the infatuation with Deshaun Watson. So I told you what my theory was the other night when we were on the phone. I said that obviously they wanted to see what they had in terms of get to a regular season experience, because look at what they did. They went ahead against the players in the locker room, everything to put Tua into the starting lineup when he didn't earn it. And they gave him that full seat. Well, how many games did he play that year? 10 games 13? That year? 13? And then they gave him 13 games, and then what did they do in the offseason? That's when we started hearing the heavy intrigue with Deshaun Watson.
Yeah. I mean, they were at the point where I think they were trying to win by any means. And I understand them entertaining Deshaun Watson if he's an option and he wanted to come to Miami. You got to entertain it, because you're always trying to make your football team better. But in the end, we see what happens.
CB, that is all I ever stated from day one, with this exactly what you just said verbatim almost.
Which is, and you've said it like that. Sometimes, Ian, sometimes you say it like that, and sometimes it comes off a little brash, like Tua hasn't. No, it comes off like Tua hasn't played well enough for you to commit to him long term.
He hasn't. Yeah, that's why I'm giving him the 3rd year.
That's not true, because he has played good enough for them to commit long to get a 3rd year. To get a 3rd year. Yeah, that's at least to get a 3rd year. But
that's not long term, CB. That's not long term. It's like
look. It's not long term, but it gives him a shot. I play well enough to put weapons around you and to build around you.
And all I've ever said was, if it's not a player at Tom Brady, Deshaun Watson, a player that's a clear, decided upgrade over what you have with Tua.
And yeah.
Give him the third year. He's shown enough he's flashed enough to get a third year.
Right. He's flat. So, and that's where a lot of people miss me, bro. Because a lot of people say he hasn't flashed. I've heard TD say it countless times.
It's not me, bro.
Flashed.
That ain't me.
We just heard it here, didn't we?
He's played well enough to warrant that. And honestly, how do you go against the coaching and the franchise? Like if you don't believe Tua's the guy and the people in the building do, I just don't understand that. Like that doesn't make sense to me. So you telling me you know more than the coaches and the organization?
No. Hey, can I ask everybody a question?
Go ahead.
Does everybody value like Kurt Warner's experience? If you've seen him break?
Oh, absolutely. I'm a big fan of Kurt Warner. Huge fan.
There's a Kurt Warner. It's on Twitter. Kurt Warner put out his breakdown of the Tua Tagovailoa throw to Tyreek Hill in the preseason game. I would advise everybody to go watch Kurt Warner. I wish CB83 could pull it up. And you tell me,
a whole video on YouTube.
It's a whole video. Yeah, there you go.
Context.
Go watch the breakdown. You watch the content. We're talking about the throw. Yeah, you want to watch the whole video and we're talking about that throw.
It's a breakdown of Tua completely.
Right. You tell me again. You talking about the whole video, and yes, there's good film. I'm talking about that play because everybody keeps telling me it's about arm strength and it's a good ball placement and stuff. Go watch what Kurt Warner says about that specific play.
Yo,
you tell me if that don't have any concern.
Look. Without watching the video, I could tell you exactly what he says. I haven't even watched the video.
Let me hear it,
I could tell you that he said, hey, he could have put it a little bit further out there so Tyreek could go get it and run under it and score a touchdown.
He said his feet were
He broke down his mechanic. He broke down his mechanics on that throw. And his mechanics were not in alignment.
That's what he said, right?
What's that?
I'm not saying that. No, go ahead.
Oh no, what he was highlighting was on that throw was that his mechanics were not in alignment, and you know,
why the throw wasn't got right.
And, a player like Tua, we all know Tua don't, he don't have that type of physical ability like a Herbert, like a Watson.
So it's got to line up.
So he has to win with consistent. His mechanical application has to be consistent for him to consistently win, and so he was just highlighting that. On that particular throw.
Was there a good pocket for him to step up and throw, EM, in your opinion?
Oh, absolutely.
So why would his mechanics be off then?
He's just inconsistent. His application is not where it needs to be.
Now we get into the nuts and bolts, but everybody wants to tell me that I'm the one that's stupid. That I'm the one that don't watch film.
Nobody said that.
Bro.
No, I'm just saying.
Nobody said you're stupid, but if you
I didn't say up here. No, I'm not saying up here.
Yeah, of course.
In general, that's what we get.
What's being missed from all of that commentary right there? What's being missed is what Warner said, the intangibles about the two quarterbacks. He said one looks like he's operating, on the fly, and the other looks like he's polished and poised and ready to lead a team. That's what he said as well. So we got to bring all that up.
Yeah. I mean, Tua should be the more polished. You got a 7th round rookie that's coming into the league, and Tua's got going into his 3rd year. He should be more polished, but
so he's not ready.
But at the end of the day, the production on the field, I don't give a fuck how it looks. You need that production. And it could be a player that's unrefined and might be not as polished as the next guy. But if he out there making plays, You can't ignore that.
Can I say something? I was just talking to my friend about this yesterday. You guys remember the boxer back in the 80s by the name of Tyrell Biggs? I don't know if you guys remember him. Tyrell Biggs. He went to the Olympics and he had a silver medal in the Olympics. But in order to get to the Olympics, he had to qualify. Do you guys know who he qualified against to make it to the Olympics? He beat Mike Tyson. Right? So when they both went pro and they got into the ring with each other after they fought, I never heard from Tyrell Biggs ever again. My point is, it's easy to beat up on the little guys. Skyler didn't play against any starters on any level.
But Tua didn't either. But Tua did not either in the preseason. That's a ridiculous point you're trying to make here.
Tua has played 2 years. 2
Of
years.
average, inconsistent play.
Here we go.
And he
Of
also
average, inconsistent play.
He also played 3 years. He also played 3 years in the SEC as a dominant record-breaking quarterback. While Skyler was at Kansas State.
Here we go. And here we go, guys. And that's when Ian fell in love with Tua when he was dominating in the SEC. That's when he fell in love with Tua.
The SEC.
With the best
SEC,
team and the
yep.
best with the best
Right. So,
athletes in the SEC.
And he was part of that. And he was one of those best teams.
And so was Jalen Hurts, and so was Mac Jones, and so was AJ McCarron, and so was the kid that just played last year. What's your point?
Now, who played with Skyler? Who played with Skyler? Who did Skyler play against? Who played with Skyler?
It's funny how that becomes a point when we're talking about Tua.
Hey, all right, here we go. Hey, guys,
Justin Herbert and all that.
We're not going.
Talent that he has on his team. Just throwing that out.
Yeah. Real quick. We're not going to yell.
Man, y'all need to stop. Oh, wait.
Hold up, Ian. Calm down. Hold up.
All right, go ahead. All right, go ahead.
All right,
be quiet. Hey, we're not going to yell over each other, man. And I don't like all this elevated talk, man, especially between Lewis and Big Nick, man. On the panel, hey, we all good. I know y'all had something in the past. It's not that now, bro. You on the panel, y'all can't even see each other. Y'all can't swing on each other, do none of that. So you might as well just get up here and act cordial, man. Please keep it cordial, man. And I don't like the talking over people. So if somebody's talking, just let them finish their point, and then we'll move on to the next, man. That's Big Nick. You gotta be a little bit better at that because you kind of talking over people, bro. So let's just try to keep it calm. And I understand he just left because he was probably a little bit upset, but let's kind of keep it calm. But I understand y'all want to talk about Tua. Tua did dominate in the SEC. He came to the league. He showed us enough. He was inconsistent. You're right, EM. He was inconsistent at times. But you got to look at what's around him. And I always have this conversation with you about inconsistency. It's easy to say a guy is inconsistent. A guy like Odell Beckham Jr. can be seen as being inconsistent in Cleveland's offense because he's not getting the ball. He has 100 yards one game and he has 20 yards the next game. They can say, oh, you're inconsistent because you're not playing well. It could be, hey, the guy isn't giving me the damn football. Like, that's why I'm inconsistent, is because I'm not operating in the offense that's consistently pushing me or helping me to be consistent. So y'all can talk about this inconsistency all you want, but you got to consider the inconsistencies around him because, dude, the offensive line was not consistent. They weren't. Now, you can say that.
I'm taking that into account, bro.
Bro, you can say that's
taking
an
that
excuse.
into account.
You can say it's an excuse or whatever. It's not. Hey, they weren't consistent. The running back unit wasn't consistent. He had Duke Johnson came on the end of the year, became the best running back in the room.
And he's on the street right now. Both of them are on the street right now.
And that's how bad the unit was. Both of them dudes are on the street, and they were the best guys in the unit last year. The wide receiver unit. Where are those wide receivers we had last year? Devontae Parker, Preston Williams.
I've told
dudes
you,
not even on the roster. They didn't even get rostered.
I've told you this multiple. We've had this conversation multiple times, bro. We just gonna have to fundamentally disagree on this one. Agree to disagree.
What are we disagreeing about? You're saying that so the play around him was consistent.
No. In terms of when you're looking to assign blame as to why Tua did not meet expectation.
I'm not. That's the thing I'm not doing. I'm not assigning blame. I'm just saying, hey, if things are inconsistent around him, I expect him to play inconsistently. Okay. That's all I'm saying. That's not. I'm not blaming nobody. I'm just saying if you operate in a system that's going to be inconsistent, you're going to play inconsistent. The offense as a whole, the shit was inconsistent, right?
Okay. Well, that's fair.
I mean, is it inconsistent or was it consistently producing week in and week out?
No. There was a lot of inconsistencies. There's a lot of of blame. And again, I don't evaluate Tua on anything that's out of that man's hands, out of anything that he can't control. I evaluate him based off when his situation was ideal, when the protection held up for him, when he did have run support offensively, right? That is when the evaluation starts for me. And I am telling you, and again, to sit up here and assign the majority of the blame to Tua's inconsistencies on personnel, on O-line play, on the lack of support that he had is a very casual response.
No, that's not, bro.
Very.
That's not. That's like saying good quarterbacks who go into bad situations are just bad quarterback. I can't say they're a bad. If they come out of if you take a top, there's plenty of top draft picks that went to sorry ass teams and played sorry.
Question though.
We see that a lot. We see that a lot, bro. It just that's part of the nature of the game. Sometimes people go into shitty situations. Like you go to a Cleveland offense or a Cleveland franchise that's been bad the last 10 years, bro, you're going to be bad. The quarterbacks don't stand out there. They don't go there and just, oh, this is the guy. No. And that's what fans think. They think, oh, my franchise has been bad for the last 6 years. This one guy is going to come in and change the dynamic of the entire organization. How?
My thing is, what is
how, bro? How does that work though, bro? How does the one guy come in and change the dynamic of the entire organization?
Again, nobody asked Tua to come now unfairly when you're picked in the top 5, when you're picked in the top 10. That unfairly, that responsibility is placed on that player. That's just the nature of the NFL. You know that. I know that. We all been watching football long enough.
So look. Is it reasonable though? Is it I don't care what people do and what the national media does. Is it a reason? If you know football, Em, so is it a reasonable thing to expect from a top 5 pick or a top 10 pick?
Tua specifically? No. For Tua specifically,
I'm not talking Tua specifically. I'm talking anybody in the top 5 quarterback. I'm talking quarterback position. Anybody drafted in the top 10 in the NFL, they're expected to come in and change the dynamic of organizations. Is it fair? Is that a reasonable thing to do? Is that a reasonable responsibility to place on them?
Apparently it is, because that's the expectation.
Yes.
That's the expectation.
Burrow
drafted in the top 5. Burrow drafted by probably the 5 worst teams in the league.
Burrow came in.
So think about that.
Burrow came in. Joe Burrow was the number 1 pick overall. We all know Cincinnati had to be the.
Now you're talking one guy. I get what you're saying.
No.
I'm gonna let you rock with this, but you're talking one guy. Go ahead.
Okay. Burrow again. Burrow completely changed that franchise around from day one.
Did they have anything around him that was good enough to get it done to help him, to assist him with
that? Yeah, absolutely. But what did his predecessor do when he had that same team?
Exactly.
So who was his predecessor?
They started building.
Andy Dalton.
Who played? and I don't even remember who it was after Andy Dalton. Who was their quarterback after Dalton?
They just got Jamar Chase last year. They got Jamar Chase last year.
They had Tyler Boyd. They had T. Higgins. They had.
But again,
what did they do?
They drafted Chris.
But again, what did they do before Joe Burrow? They still had Tyler Boyd and T. Higgins and Mixon. They had all of the players.
Exactly.
Hey, but they got their defense got better. Their defense got better. And they added more weapons, man. Defense got better. They added more weapons.
Listen, CB.
Let me go.
To answer your question. To answer your question.
Go ahead.
To answer your question. It's unfair, right? It really is. It truly is. But that the NFL don't care about fair, bro. These GMs, these owners, these coaches, they don't give a fuck about fair, bro. They want production. And again, bro, like I said, I'm not blaming Tua 100%. Sure, situations matter. Sure, better coaching matters. Sure, better personnel matters. But again, I posed a question to, and I've been doing it since 2020. When Tua and everybody wants to blame the coordinators and blame Flores, right, for their perceived ineptitude. But when you put the film on and you have plays that same historically bad O-line actually held up on that play, and you see 2 guys, you see a post open, you see the flat open, and Tua is looking in the opposite direction, not even looking their way, and that has been consistent since 2020, right? I'm sorry. That is on Tua 100%. And you've seen
that same question that you just
and
asked.
Don't take my word for it. Listen to what Tua said at his. How many times did we hear last year? Do we hear Tua say, "Man, I've got to get better at processing"? That's a paraphrase, but this is the point he was making. I am missing too many guys open. On film, he said Tua acknowledged that.
Facts.
So why are y'all sitting here crucifying people that are highlighting the same thing that Tua acknowledged publicly himself? Please make that make sense for me.
I don't crucify people who do that. Cruz, go ahead.
I'm sorry. All I'm trying to say is that the framework of that question that you put up is basically what CB was saying earlier, which is that shouldn't we, how do you say it? It should be expected that a team that is inconsistent, which is what the framework of your question was, is going to produce inconsistent results, and that's what was given to Tua, an inconsistent team, and he produced inconsistent results.
And I think
am I right?
I think that's fair, and that's all I've stated from the beginning. Like if you make things more consistent around Tua, he'll produce more consistently. That's always been my take, Em. You know that.
That's it.
If you help him out, he'll help you.
In CB, we don't disagree there. I just stated, sure, all of those things help, but I'm telling to truly maximize Tua's ability, right? Within the confines of this offense, personnel is not what Tua's is the number one contributor for his inconsistency. I've been telling y'all, it's processing.
I cannot.
All right.
So
it's the team as a whole.
Now you heard Mike again. I want to highlight this real quick. I want to go back to with the start of training camp.
Keep highlighting this.
Go back to that interview. Y'all, I encourage everybody to pull that interview up when they ask Mike McDaniel, his own coach now.
You keep highlighting the same video. Right. So what Mike McDaniel said in the video is that Tua needs to be a better processor, which I agree with. As a young quarterback,
no. They asked him what the biggest step is from Tua needs to improve upon.
And what did he say?
And that's what he said. And that's what he said.
Right?
In a nutshell, In a nutshell, yeah.
Okay. So he says processing, and I agree. It's processing. Young quarterbacks that clock needs to speed up.
Absolutely, and it's not uncommon for Tua to have that issue at this stage of his career. It's not
exactly. But you know what helps? You know what helps it though, right? What helps the clock?
Time.
What do you mean?
What helps speed up that process?
There's a lot of things that can help that.
Like what? So what are some of the
actually learning and developing, getting better, repetition. Personnel can help.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
So it's a lot of things that can help that can help facilitate that process.
There's a lot of variables that can help assist that process, and that's what I'm saying. If you basically put Tua in a better situation by getting better personnel, getting better coaching, that's going to help him. I mean, and that's where we were.
No pushback on that.
I don't think anybody can push back that Tua was dealt a bad situation. I don't think if you really know football, you can understand that the situation he was in wasn't the best situation for
a
quarterback to come into.
Well, I've seen worse. Trust me, I've seen worse.
Miami
always.
No, I've seen worse now. Don't act like it's the worst situation we've ever seen. Stop it. We've seen worse.
Like David Carr in Houston or something.
We've seen worse.
So what's the worst situation? I mean, recently that we've seen.
I mean, the Jets.
Zach Wilson still had weapons, man. I mean, Zach Wilson came into an offense with weapons, though.
Let me see.
Who had a worse situation than Tua?
Browns.
Who came into a
Johnny Manziel?
When you say worst situation, what are you talking
Johnny
about?
Manziel.
What about Josh Allen's first year? Y'all remember what Buffalo was like his first year?
Let me clarify my question.
Before he got there?
A first round quarterback somebody drafted in the first round, who's coming to a worse situation?
Joe Burrow.
In the past 3 years.
Joe Burrow. His team was picking at the top of the draft. So Joe Burrow came into a better situation. He just helped
until they made that situation better.
Well, he
got hurt the first year, right?
Yeah, his first year, yeah.
How many games did he play his first year?
4, I think. No. I think 4.
So Joe Burrow Joe Burrow plays 4 games.
Don't
and they
quote me on that, but I
again.
think it was single digits. I'm for sure that he didn't play double digits. I know it was single digits.
So he plays single digit games. He tears his ACL. He goes out for the season. They suck again and get another high pick. They get the first pick overall. Then they suck again and get another high pick. They're still building around him. And then the second year he comes into a better situation. His situation coaching wise is definitely better than what Tua had. And
CB, if I could chime in on that real quick.
Q, go ahead. Go ahead.
Let me make a point, bro. I'm gonna blame everybody on the team for their position, for their job, right? I blame Tua for his quarterback, for his play, for his production. I blame the coaches for their lack of inexperience. Their lack of experience and not bringing in the capable people to help this young quarterback. I blame the O-line for being young. You can look across the board and you can rest blame on each individual person that was on that team 2020, 2021. And so this notion to heavily blame one person, bro, one person for a season.
Yo, my bad, CB. I kept having computer issues.
That is unheard of, bro. That is, and I understand, EM. You say it's unfair, right? Why? Because he's a first-round pick, and you expect that of him. But you also expected the team around him to do their job, to bring in the necessary pieces, the people to facilitate him, help coach him. You expect them to do their job. You don't expect them to just sit around and just wait for a miracle to happen from this kid, bro. Yeah, and that's why I'm so defensive of the kid, man, because I know it's unfair, and I'm not saying, but don't.
It is unfair, but listen, hey, this is what you signed up for.
Life is unfair.
Hey, don't give me that. Don't give me that, EM. That's what I signed up for.
That's what you signed up for. No, I ain't trying to hear none of that. Life is unfair.
Understand reason and logic.
He did sign
Aren't you a logical and reasonable?
No, this is what you said you've been waiting your whole life to do, right? Everybody has dreams and aspirations when they're a child of what they want to become as an adult.
Okay, now you take the words out of my mouth.
No, Tua wanted to be. He worked his whole life to get to this point. But don't get here now just because there might be a few potholes in the road. And I'm not saying Tua did that, but no, bro, this is what you signed up for. You cashed that $30 million check. You cashed that $30 million check, guaranteed that you cashed from all of us, because that's all of our money he got in his pocket, right? And this is what the expectations are.
Exactly. No, that's exactly what you're doing. Listen. You're saying Tua didn't make those potholes, and still you blame him for the potholes.
No, dude. No. Tua contributed to those. Tua made some of those potholes himself as well.
Sure. Yeah.
For y'all to be sitting here and act like Tua is just completely absolved of any wrongdoing or anything.
No, we're not absolving him of anything.
Come on now, keep it objective and call it down the middle.
I'm gonna call it down the middle.
Why is that we can't?
But what can you do, bro? What can you do?
Team as well.
What do you mean? What can you? You can be objective and highlight all.
I'm talking about. Okay. Think of it like this: you're a young QB. You're a first-round prospect. You come into a team who's struggling to get wins, struggling to make the playoff. You understand your situation is dire because of the situation. What it is, right? And so you expect your team, the GM, the coaches, everybody, to build you a team, to put you in the best situation. Right?
Were any of these question marks?
What can you do? What can you do?
Did you
as
hear
a young quarterback?
Did you? Okay, I get. Okay. Well, all right, that's fine. But again, I think a lot of what contributed to a lot of the backlash that Tua received is because you look at, and again, I know Fitzpatrick was a 15-year veteran, but a lot of people in our fan base, they don't have a favorable opinion of Ryan Fitzpatrick based off his 13-year or 14-year career, right? I think as a Miami Dolphin, I think he played well for us. But a lot of people look at Fitz that have an unfavorable opinion of him, and they look at Tua's just based off his draft status. Ryan Fitzpatrick was an undrafted guy that's been a quote-unquote journeyman his whole career, and you draft the guy 5th overall, the expectation is that you are supposed to be head and shoulders above that journeyman. I don't give a damn if he played 100 years in the league. And Tua clearly did not do that.
There's a lining between that, bro. There is a lining, a difference.
Q. I gotta push back a little bit, bro.
And Tua did not unseat Fitz as a starter. He did not do that.
Right. So I mean, I don't think we gave him the opportunity to unseat him as a starter either. I mean,
so he went out there practicing. Tua didn't get the opportunity to practice like everybody else.
First of all, I don't think Tua was trying to start at that point. I don't think he was working towards being the starter. I think he was working towards getting back, getting his legs under him, becoming the player he once was. I think that's where he was at the moment. I don't think Tua was focused on, hey, I'm trying to start right now. I'm trying to beat out Fitzpatrick and become the starter of the football team. No, I'm trying to learn the offense. I'm trying to get into the rhythm of playing football again and get my legs under me. For you to say, oh, he couldn't unseat Ryan Fitzpatrick, who's a 17-year vet and who had a ton of experience in the offense. Chan Gailey is the offensive coordinator. His best bud.
Stop.
Like, come on,
See,
bro.
I don't give to No.
Bro, you're not even. You sound like a casual, bro.
That's the expectation. What are you talking about, CB?
Look. I understand.
You drafted 5th. Oh, you mean to tell me when you draft a guy 5th overall in the top injury, we can say even in the first round. Let's take the first round.
You're not expecting him to unseat a veteran midseason.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not expecting that, bro. You just aren't expecting it. Nobody. You didn't even expect him to play, bro.
No. What I'm telling you is that is. I think that has contributed. Listen. I'm just saying that has contributed to a lot of the heat that Tua received early on.
Of course. But do you think if they made the decision to not play him at all and play Ryan Fitzpatrick throughout the season and then bring him in next year and bridge the gap that way, do you think he catches all this heat after being benched countless times by Brian Flores, not having an opportunity to dig himself out of them holes that he had got us into as a team? Bro, I just don't think the situation was it was a bad situation from a coaching standpoint. Like, give the kid an opportunity.
Listen,
bro, Brian Flores is too focused on winning, bro. I understand you want to win,
which is what coaches do, right? Isn't that what coaches get paid to do to win? So now it's a problem. The man is focused on winning. So we got a coach that's consumed with winning in any way, shape, or form. But now it's a problem when Flores does.
You gotta develop.
Come on, man. Fuck out of here, bro.
Hey, you gotta develop guys, man. You gotta develop guys. You gotta let them learn, man. Hey,
not at the expense of your young players, man.
MCJB, what's good, my guy?
And what up, baby?
What's happening, guys? How we doing today?
What's happening? You sound good on the new mic, bro. I see you,
sir,
bro.
Man.
You know what's crazy? I've been trying this out for a whole year, and I couldn't even get this shit to work. This is the first day. CB, you a lucky guy. You was the first one to notice my mic and me to record or talk on the mic to your show. So congratulations.
That's crazy, bro, because you on all the panels too. So for you to come on here and have your mic together, bro, that's love right there, bro. That's a good sign. That's a good sign.
For sure.
It's a lot better, MC, now, because CB's been getting drugged again on his own show.
He's
been getting drugged on his own show.
It's definitely casual hour. It's definitely casual hour.
I don't know about that, Lewis.
I know Lewis is my #1 hater, bro. He loved me like a fat kid love cake, bro.
It ain't nothing but love.
Hey, have we already started with the QB conversation yet?
Hey, CB, I was gonna give you credit though, CB. That shirt don't look wrinkled. About time. Hey, at least you looking good, bro.
Amen. Boy, you look good. You looking sharp.
Keep it swagger. Keep it swagger. Hey, I got about 10 more minutes, guys, and I know I want to go on all night. I got to get my son to practice, so
Why don't you lead the stream up?
Nah, man, I ain't doing that, man. With y'all, man. Y'all gonna have me kicked off of YouTube for good, bro. They gonna ban me for life.
Nah, you gonna do that. You gonna do that. You gonna do a very good job of that yourself. Nah, you well on your way.
Make a difference in quarterbacks, though, man. With the same quarterback, coaches make differences.
Well, yeah, nobody pushed. Nobody is gonna push back on that. But what I'm saying is, a lot of the heat, again, like I said, that has contributed to a lot of that, the heat that Tua has, because that's just the expectation. When you get a guy in a first round, especially the top 10, no matter what position, they are tasked to be a difference maker from the get go. That's just the nature of the NFL, bro. So again, we can argue whether it's fair or not all day, but that's the expectation.
Dang, Pete.
And I know Pete on his shit. I had to drop the link for him. He just want to get in here and talk. Hey, but Niners. So I have a question for you. You're a Niners fan. How do you think McDaniel's is gonna? How do you think he's gonna affect Tua?
I mean, as much as I'm agree. As much as I don't like Tua, and I think y'all rather start Bridgewater, but I think that honestly, McDaniel, he's gonna make Tua better, man. Honestly, he'll make Tua better. I don't know how much better, but he'll make Tua better than he has been. Because, like I said, he knows,
and that's the question. The only question with Tua, we can all agree that, considering just based on personnel alone, we know Tua's going to be better. The only question is how much better. Is Tua's ceiling going to be high as Joe Burrow, Herb, or some of the upper tier, upper echelon type of quarterbacks in this league? Top 12 status, top 10 status. That's the only question mark.
Right.
It's
Hey,
just
guys,
like
go ahead, Niners. Go ahead.
It's just like now, like with honestly, Deebo Samuel is trash as hell as just a normal wide receiver. But when McDaniels came in there and started using him as that running back, wide back position, you see what happened. That boy wanted to get paid. That boy got paid. He, like I said, normal wide receiver, Deebo's not even in the top 10 as a regular wide receiver.
And that's credit to the system, man.
Damn,
and
really?
I know, and you hear that? That's a real Niners fan saying that, bro.
Damn.
So
hey, can I go?
Yeah.
Hey, CB, can I go back to something Niners said though?
No, hold on 1 second. Before you go into that, I'm gonna bring the clown bunch into the chat onto the panel. All right.
Oh, you might as well stay for another hour, bro.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not staying. I'm only got 5 minutes with these cats, man. 5 minutes.
He's running.
After these 5 minutes, I gotta go, man. I'm bringing Big Nick on too, bro. So
hey,
go ahead.
Real quick, thanks for bringing me back. I had to leave because I got my activism channel as well. I received a call. If anybody is close to the Jackson, Mississippi area, if anybody is close to that area, man, they don't even have water to flush the toilet. They don't even have drinking water. They can't take a bath. They can't put water in a baby's bottle formula. If anybody's close to that area and you can spare a case of water, please find somewhere to take it and help these people out. Because this is crazy in this country that people have no end. And the mayor said the starting point to get this fixed is at $200 million. And we can't donate that, but at least we can help get people water to wash their hair, to take a bath, to flush the toilet, to feed their kids. So if you're close to that area, or you can look online and find a way to donate, please do.
Hey, Big Nick, I'm a big fan of your channel, bro.
Thanks, man.
If y'all got people up there, check on them, man. Check on your people up there in that area. Hey, the water crisis is real. Detroit went through the same situation up in that area. And if people ain't got things we take for granted, water, air conditioning,
flushing the toilet.
Flushing the toilet, bro. Imagine not having that, bro.
And check this
out. That's a real deal.
Air conditioning is being affected because there's no water. So not only these people can't have anything to drink, can't eat, can't cook, can't feed their babies, can't take a bath, they can't cool off because there's no water for the air conditioning.
Yeah, that's rough. That's rough. Hey, if y'all know people up that way, man, try to get water and stuff up there. Hey, Pete, go ahead, man. Pete, what's up?
Hey, what's up, CB83? Thank you for having me up here with the fellas. Fins up, everybody. I'm pretty much like, I just wanted to tell you
Waddle.
No, forget that. I'm going to tell you guys what happened this morning. I had breakfast, rocking my dolphin hat, right? I'm rocking my dolphin hat. And this old, beautiful gentleman comes up to me, says, I like your hat. This guy's walking with a cane. I'm like, man, I'm happy he told me that. He asks me if I know who Nick Bonacani was. I said, of course I know who he is. I never watched him play, but I know who he is. This guy told me, my name is Donnie. That's my cousin. I was a season ticket holder for so long. I'm just old now and I don't have the strength to be the fan that I used to be, but I'm proud of you. And I'm like, man, Nick Bonacani is your cousin. So as soon as he told me that, I just wanted to shake his hand, and I shook his hand. I forced it in there. Like, I threw my hand and I made sure he touched mine. And he asks me, how do you feel about the team? And I'm like, I'm looking at him. No. I looked at him dead in the eyes, CB and everybody. I need you guys to listen to me. And I'm going to bring this guy up on a panel. I'm going to bring him up. I asked him for his phone number and everything.
Hurry up, Pete. I only got a little bit of time. Hurry up. Bring it home.
I'm sorry. My bad, buddy. But this one hurt, man, because that little slim chance I had for Tua, this guy faded it away, man, like a 3-point fadeaway.
What did he say?
This guy looked in my eyes and told me, man, the Dolphins, they got to get a new quarterback immediately. Tua is not that guy.
Damn. I agree.
And I want to bring this guy up. This is Nick Bonacani's cousin.
I would have asked that old man.
Pete, what I tell you about Captain, bro? What I tell you about Captain, you know old folks out here trying to beat on your ass because you small, bro.
But he loves Bob Greasy, though. I bet he loves Bob Greasy.
Hey, Crypto, what's good, man? Crypto, you there? You there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you low, bro. You low.
You can't hear me?
You sound far away, Crypto.
You sound real far away.
Oh yeah, I've been trying.
You in the bathtub, Gripple?
Gotta get you an Android, boy. You gotta get off that goddamn iPhone. That shit trash.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now,
We
bro.
got you loud and clear.
Hello?
Bro.
Android Nation.
Hell yeah, let's get CB up out of here. Get him up out of here. Hell yeah, the show will be so much better with him gone, bro.
So what do you guys think about Johnny, about a 75, 80-year-old lifelong football fan that's seen the 72 greatness? Tell me in my face that our quarterback is not it, bro. My little hope of
that was a nice story.
What do you think about the head coach of an NFL football team naming Tua Tagovailoa as the captain? What do you think about that?
Listen to this. Listen to this.
Hey, let me tell you two in here something. Y'all right?
He don't like that.
Take.
So you would take that? You take the word of a cousin. You would take the word of a cousin of a linebacker, but you won't take the word of a head coach.
Hey, which one?
That guy knows more football.
Hey,
hold on.
Hey,
which
Lewis,
one
I gotta roll. Hey, this is it, guys. Hey, I appreciate y'all coming out. My son has to be there at football practice at 5:30 p.m.
Told y'all.
Hey, looking out on the show, CB.
Hey,
running.
I gotta
He running.
I'm gonna hit all y'all boys up.
Hit me up, CB.
I see casual.
Y'all better stick
everywhere in the
Y'all better
chat.
stick around week 4, bro. Week 4.
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate everybody coming out. It is CB83, another episode, man. I went live during the day. I rarely do this, rarely have the opportunity to do this. I wanted to come talk about what's going on with the franchise right now. Really appreciate everybody coming out. Hit the like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter. I'm on there as well. I appreciate everybody, man. It's all love. Hey, Finn's Take with CB83. We're porting out. Love y'all. Love the family. We're going to do big things this season. Big things, man.
Came from the bottom, that's foreign. I swear that I'm up for the sun in the morning. Oof, hey, I got to flex. I need a Nike bag, give me the check. I need the money and power, respect, but I promise I'm repping the O to the dead. Hey, oof, I sold them out of my way. I don't got nothing to say. Now they can't run at my pace. Yeah, they know that we ain't the same. 402, we rap the game.